Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
The Lake Worth Playhouse. I am so happy to be talking to the artistic director, Justin Hare, who has put on the best shows. You know, Justin, the theater has been there, 40 years? It's a long time, isn't it? How long?
A little over 40 years, yep.
Yeah, 40 years. And I have, from time to time, long before you got there, I've gone there. And the shows are good. But somehow, since you've gotten there, they're spectacular. And I don't know. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Well, I've got quite an extensive background in doing marketing, PR, and advertising. So we've really worked hard at revamping our main image. We updated our website, got a whole team here working to keep things current and modern and user-friendly, using multiple outlets here to market our shows and get it to the public.
Yeah, so that's what you're doing, because actually there are hardly any seats available.
That's right, yeah, we've had quite a few sold-out shows.
I know.
We're aiming to have them all sold out.
I know, and the nice thing is that Lake Worth has taken on a very different presence. It used to not be so busy. It was, a little sleepy, and you'd go there, but now you can't hardly find a parking space, and it's lots of noise and a lot of music, and so I think you're really right at the right time.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about the artistic director and about what the shows, what is it that has turned everything around to be so popular?
Well, we've been taking on a lot of very popular shows. We're trying to stay first in line and give the users what they're looking for. We take surveys throughout the year to get some feedback from the attendees to see what they're interested in seeing, and we try to give them the best productions of all the greatest plays available. Yeah,
I saw Carousel, and I hadn't remembered Carousel, actually, but then when I saw it, I said, oh, yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time, but that was so good, and it was a standing ovation because it was so good. So how often do you actually go when a show is on?
I've attended every one since I've been here.
You don't go every night that the show's on.
Not every night, no.
But you go when the opening night and all that. But you have to see the show. Now, they do the rehearsals right there, don't they?
They do, yes. Everything's in-house.
Yeah. Some theaters now have other places where they do the show. They do the rehearsals and then they come back there. But the other thing I've been really very, very interested in are your set designers. The sets, because it's a very big stage, and you have to really be a good set designer to fill it up.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got some of the best around. They work very hard on making sure that the scenes are top-notch for everybody.
And another thing that I notice when I read the brochure is that you try to use local talent, and I think that's admirable. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we reach out. We actually have open auditions, open to the public, but we do have a large database of local theater students here from Palm Beach State College and surrounding campuses that we work with to get them some presence. And, so, again, a lot of local people come out to audition, and we try to keep it within the community here.
Yeah, it's really important. And your shows, do they start at 7:30 or 8?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock is the evening show, and then we have a matinee on Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm. So and usually your shows go for about, is it 3 weeks?
Yes, 3 weeks for the run. Correct.
Right. I think there was one show that you actually kept longer because it was so popular. I forget what that was, that you extended it. But I guess that's hard to do because you have another show coming in.
It is, yes. There's usually six shows per season on the main stage, and they're pretty much evenly spaced out. But starting out with our summer show, and then we've got a few in between, but there's not much time where we're able to extend very many of them, especially with all the limited engagements that take place. We have quite a bit of limited engagements that we do as well, and try to book shows, every week, every other week.
How's that going?
Going pretty good. The last season we had wonderful numbers.
Well, you're, and so where were you before Lake Worth Playhouse?
Well, actually, I've been all around. I was working for a couple different companies, just getting back into the theater scene. I did a lot of work elsewhere, doing some marketing and IT.
Well, I think that theaters and their shows can be very fickle, because everyone works so hard for a show, and then you get one person. Because I was actually on the board of directors of a theater up in West Palm Beach and for 7 years, and I understand how hard everyone works and all the money it takes to do this, and you're always looking for sponsors and advertisers. But one bad review, and it's just a person's opinion, can destroy the whole show. Isn't that sad?
Absolutely, yes. And that's why we try to do the absolute best that we can so that the critics have nothing to complain about.
Right. Well, that's a hard job to do, because it seems like a critic wants to be critical.
We don't leave them much room to do that.
Yeah, no, that's good. And so tell me, though, when you've had some shows where you've had children in the shows, and
Yes.
and do you, how do they do this? How can they perform that much? And are they still in school, or are they homeschooled, or what?
Well, it varies. A little bit of each. We have a lot of students that are homeschooled, but others that are in public or private schools around the area as well. And we try to start our rehearsals early. For the majority, Thursday through Sunday is the run of the shows. So there's only really one night a week where they might be up a little bit late before school the next day. But, all in all, we try to get the rehearsals and everything wrapped up at a reasonable hour so that it doesn't affect anything for them.
Well, so let's talk now with Wait Until Dark. It's a tense thriller from the acclaimed writer of Dial M for Murder. Who is that? Who is the writer of Wait Until Dark? I don't have that in front of me. Do you?
Oh, you asked for the writer of Wait Until Dark?
Yeah. Is that a book, or is that strictly a play?
It's a movie. It's an Audrey Hepburn film from 1967.
I didn't realize.
Yes, yep, that was converted into a theater play.
Oh, I see. So that should be pretty good.
It's actually written by Frederick Knott.
Frederick,
taken from the Audrey Hepburn film.
I see. Wow. Yeah, no, I don't know anything about it. And so I guess rehearsals are almost over. It's about to begin. So you said tomorrow night starts, and Friday night's the opening.
Correct. Yep, tonight is our last tech night, our final dress rehearsal, and then tomorrow is our preview night.
So how are you feeling about it so far that you've seen it?
Oh, I'm anxious. It's going to be a great show. Great show. We've done a lot to promote this and get the word out.
Right.
All of our social media and website, we've got some spooky videos up there that's sure to draw attention.
Well, we'll do our part too, because we'll probably put out maybe some sort of a vertical response on it, an e-blast to help you with this. But I wanted to ask you about how many people are in it.
It's a small cast. We have roughly, let me see here. I'm trying to remember if, I've got a lot going on here, and I know in our last show we did Camelot, there was 30-some-odd people that we had in there.
Oh, I know
but
that.
The cast for Wait Until Dark is about 10 actors.
So it's a small show, 10 actors, right? Because
yes.
How many actors were in Camelot? A lot. 20?
Camelot, there was 36. 36.
Oh, I knew there were a lot, but 36?
Yeah. Indeed.
Your artistic director must have been going crazy.
Yes. Yeah, that was a big production, and, just because it's a classic, it did run a little longer than some of our normal shows. It was about 3-hour runtime. and but it was a fantastic piece.
Oh, I know it. People, when they stood up at the end and they raved, oh, we all just absolutely loved it. Your set design, everything was exquisite. So it's like, in a sense, it's like our Boomer Times. Every time we finish, everyone says, oh, that's the best one ever. And then we have to start on the next one. And what do you do for the next one? And I think that's how it is with you. You did such a great job. Now, okay, what are we going to do about Wait Until Dark?
Well, we got to keep raising the bar for them. Each one is unique in its own way, but our team does a fantastic job at bringing it to life.
Right. So let me tell everybody the way you can buy tickets. It's really important. You have to help sustain local theater. You really do. Without theater, that's my favorite form of entertainment, theater. I could go every night. I just imagine the people standing there and memorize the whole thing. They're talking to you. You're right there. It's so much better than TV. So the number to call, get your pencils out. Remember, this is Pencil Talk Radio. It's 561-586-6410. Again, it's 561-586-6410. And that's February 28th to March the 17th. And the Lake Worth Playhouse is at 713 Lake Avenue. So it's very easy to get to. If you're going I-95, you can take 6th Avenue and then just scoot down to, I guess, what's that, Dixie Highway?
Down to Dixie, yes.
Yeah, Dixie. And there's great restaurants. There's valet parking. But everything's right there. And the nice thing is, remember, this is an old theater. It used to be an old movie theater. And they've cleaned it up, but they've kept it really like an antique. It's so beautiful to sit there, and the acoustics are terrific. You're not going to find any fault. And so you want to bring your friends, bring your family. Now, I don't know about Wait Until Dark. That might be too scary for kids.
You definitely don't want to come alone. No kids, and don't come alone.
Oh, really? Is that bad?
Yeah. We'll scare you out of your seat.
Oh, no kidding. You don't want to come alone. Oh, my God. You actually go out into the audience?
I'm not going to give anything away. You have to come and see.
Wait Until Dark. Oh, yeah. Well, then Well, I'll have to bring. I'm going to bring.
And don't forget, on our opening nights, we also have a reception before the show.
Yes.
So we've got champagne and hors d'oeuvres.
Yes.
Nice little mingling.
Yeah, you do. You do, and everyone is so nice. And then when you go there, you'll see that the volunteers are very, very friendly, very kind. And how many seats actually do you have?
300 seats in the main
300.
stage theater.
Yeah. Okay, 300 seats. Now, I want to just divert for a minute. What is in the theater next door to you? Is it your theater also?
Yes, that is the Stanczyk Theater. That is part of the Lake Worth Playhouse as well. We show independent, foreign, and documentaries in there, as well as black box theater.
So you run that simultaneously, don't you? Because I always see.
We do.
Oh.
There are shows 365 days a year in the Stanczyk Theater.
Really?
There is. Yep. Every day we've got at least 2 shows playing.
And when you say shows, so they could be movies. It's not live theater.
Well, we do live theater in there as well. We've got the black box, and we do limited engagements. And then we also have the film theater. And the Stanczyk seats 60 people in there.
So that's the foreign film theater that people want to see foreign films. You have it right there.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, boy, you're running a big operation. So that's quite a job. I can picture that. So now you have... Now, the black box, though, explain to people what a black box means.
A black box is a small, intimate theater setting. Minimal scene changes. It's all, built around one scene. And, like I said, it's just more intimate. We do some comedy shows and concerts as well.
And how many seats are in there?
60 seats in the Stanczyk.
I see. Okay. So it's small, but people then, you want to go always and see the main stage, which of course is a playhouse. And then you have some sort of a brochure that gives the various films and various things you're doing at the next door.
Oh, yes. We provide a monthly calendar with all the current events coming up, as well as on our website. We've got a page strictly for the Stanczyk on there as well, under the Stanczyk Theater tab. They'll tell you everything about the little theater next door and what they offer.
And spell the name. You call it Stanczyk? How do you
The
spell it?
Stanczyk, it is Stonzek.
What does that mean? Where did that come from?
That's just the name that the theater was given.
Oh, really? Stanczyk. Okay, I was never familiar with that. I'm glad. Well, I learned a lot from you today on the radio because there are always times when we can't find anything good to go to the movies, and we should be going to these. What time do they usually start? 8 o'clock?
No, we have showings at 2 p.m. It depends on the film itself, but usually 2, 4, 6, or 8 p.m.
Huh. Wow. Fantastic. And I'm sure that if it's only 60 seats, you could be sold out. So people have to buy their tickets ahead of time?
Absolutely. Yeah, we do sell out quite a bit over there.
I'm sure, especially if you're going to do some older, shows. Do you have, so your major part at Lake Worth Playhouse is to publicize and to get people to buy tickets, right? That's it.
Yes. Yep, I am the face and voice of the Playhouse. I make
Space and
everything
voice.
we have is visible and hearable through all outlets.
That's right. That's what it requires, because there have been times I've gone to shows and they've been so good, and you see a lot of empty seats, and I always feel badly about that. But it just didn't have a really good marketing, piece, and that's so important. People don't know. Just like I really, as much as I've gone there and I've lived here for so long, I've never been to that theater once, to the Stanczyk. I don't know
You
why.
need to get down here and come check it out.
I'm going to.
Just a little bit about what we've got going on, and these shows actually end tomorrow. We're getting ready to start March, but we've got Jimi Hendrix Electric Church and The Last Resort, which are currently playing over next door in the Stanczyk.
So you're a busy guy. You probably don't have much personal time. You're so busy taking care of all these things.
That's right. A never-ending job, but I
Yeah.
enjoy every minute of
Yeah,
it.
it sounds like it is. It's really wonderful. So can we, I know you don't want to give it away too much, but this Wait Until Dark is, people get murdered in it?
Well, no, the story itself is about a con man and two of his ex-convicts who are in search of a mysterious doll that was transported across the Canadian border by a man named Sam Hendricks. And these convicts break into their house in search of this doll that is filled with a bundle of cocaine. Heroin.
Oh, no kidding.
A bundle of heroin. And she uses her blindness, Susie Hendricks uses her blindness to her advantage to outsmart the con men that are in search of the doll.
So Wait Until Dark, what is that? Why is that the name?
Well, because she's blind.
Oh,
and,
I see.
She waits until it's pitch black and nighttime
right.
to use her blindness to her advantage to outsmart
Of course.
them.
That makes sense. That's right. I want you to see how I see life, right? Now we're going to make it dark for you.
Exactly. Even the odds.
Right. Now, I know that this is going to be coming up in April, but before we do leave, I do want to just pitch Sweet Charity that's coming
Sweet
in
Charity.
April. And oh my gosh. So it's funny. You go from the one murder mystery to Sweet Charity. That's
To a love story, yeah.
Oh, Federico Fellini, my goodness, he was really something. So it's the turbulent love life of Charity Hope Valentina. This is really going to be, and is that a very big show? I mean, it wasn't Sweet Charity a movie?
It was, yes.
Okay, and now it's going to be a play. That's going to be, do you have to have Italian actors and actresses in that?
Absolutely. You got to make it authentic.
Oh, my heaven. Are there a lot of people in that also?
It's a fairly small cast.
Like 10. You call
roughly about the same. As,
You're so funny. You know, for those of us who've been in the theater business, 10 is not a small cast.
Well, again, I'm comparing this to Camelot, which has 36. So.
I know, but it's still, I mean, I remember when I was doing this work at the theater on the board, I would say to the artistic directors, he wanted to do these big shows for 15, 16 minutes. I said, we can't afford that. You can't do that. Don't you have some some wonderful plays with 3 people, and he had a hard time finding 3 people to do a play. But everybody should know that you have to pay these actors.
Mm-hmm.
The sets, the clothing, everything. It's very expensive.
And that's why we rely so much on our sponsors and volunteers. They really help us out with making everything possible.
No, definitely. And subscribers. Now, that's another thing. How much does a subscription, how many plays do you have a year? Is there 3 or 4, I think, isn't it?
There's 6 main stages.
6! Oh, my God. That's right. I should remember that. That's right. There's 6 of them, and you can buy a subscription. They're not very expensive either, are they?
No, they're not. They're very reasonably priced. The subscription packages are the best bang for your buck, but even the single tickets are $36.29.
That's wonderful, though. I'm so glad you do that, because you then open up theater to people who really just can't afford to go and pay those $80 tickets at some of the big theaters around. So that makes it very special. And I still say, and I started the show this way, going into that theater is like going into an antique store. You look around and you see the skylight, you see the walls. They've been cleaned up, but they're pretty much the way that they were. It's got a beautiful history.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, we have the original ceiling still intact, which is one of the captivations of the theater itself.
Yeah, it is. I used to live in Miami, and I went to I don't know where you're from, but have you been to the Olympia Theater?
I have not, no.
Oh, well, it's one of those same kind of theaters. It was down there, downtown, when it wasn't so safe, but now it's called now the Gusman Theater. But it has the sky above and twinkling lights, and they kept all that. That's the way theaters used to be. Because, and that was a movie theater, and it was a vaudeville theater. Did they ever have vaudeville there at Lake Worth Playhouse? I bet they did. Huh?
I'm not aware if they have or not. I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay, well, it was a movie theater, right?
Yes.
That's what it turned from a movie. But then it went into live shows, which was the natural for it to be. And this is actually a not-for-profit, and who actually owns it? The board?
The theater itself?
Yeah, you have a board that owns it. I mean,
yes. We've got a board of directors.
Right, that's it. So it's a not-for-profit. So everybody
Correct.
should really go and participate, and just remember Lake Worth Playhouse. And as I said before, the restaurants. It's so much fun. You walk up and down the street. They have a lot of live music, especially Saturday nights. It's terrific. And so we do that. We walk around and we sit and we enjoy it. But the most important thing is you are really contributing to the vitality of a city, and that's Lake Worth. But in all, it's really like Palm Beach County. You are doing something really good, because you can sit at home and watch TV. It's not the same. Here, you're enjoying yourself. You're really right there. And most people, when they see the play, say, how do they remember everything? How can they do that? Well, they work hard at it. And so my guest, of course, is is Justin Hare. And Justin he's responsible for making the people, all the crowds come in there. And that's it's very, very important to make sure that you know what you're doing, that you go there when you can. So I'm really happy. And remember, the next show coming is Wait Until Dark. It starts really tomorrow, February the 28th to March the 17th. And it's Wait Until Dark. It's a tense thriller from the acclaimed writer of Dial M for Murder. And as Justin says, don't go alone. And probably don't bring children. But just go with somebody that you can, hold tight. And so no one's going to get you, right?
That's right.
And you can. So if you go to the 8:00 show, you can have dinner first. There's wonderful restaurants right on the same side. You can valet park your car. It's really a very centered location, because whether you live up in Jupiter, or you live in Boca, it's it's halfway, pretty much halfway. And so I'm so glad that you were able to come on the show and tell us about this. We want to make sure people do that. And then on your calendar, of course, Sweet Charity, which is going to be coming up in April. And all you have to do is look in Boomer Times and see the advertisement, and you can make that phone call, and I'll give you the phone number again. It's 561-586-6410. Again, that's 561-586-6410. And it's 713 Lake Avenue. And let me give you the website, because if you go on the website, you can buy those tickets. And that's lakeworthplayhouse.org. lakeworthplayhouse.org. It's a great gift. Buy these tickets and give it to your friends and enjoy. So thank you so much. I really appreciated your taking your time. I know it's a busy time for you, Justin, but thank you again.
Well, thank you, Anita. I appreciate being on the show and for having us. And
yeah.
I just want to give one more piece of information here to you that I think your crowd will really enjoy, since we were talking about the Stanczyk Theater a little bit earlier. Coming up on Friday, March the 8th, we have a celebration of Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's
which
fabulous.
I think tickets are $25 for general admission. The show's at 7:30 p.m.
Wow.
And it's one they definitely won't want to miss.
Okay, and so can I just reserve with you 4 tickets for not this Saturday, but the next Saturday?
Okay, you're looking for, let me see, for March the 9th?
No, isn't it sooner than, is it next Saturday's March the 9th?
Yes, it is.
No kidding. Okay, as long as it's Saturday and it's the next one, I'll bring my friends, 4 of them.
Okay, so I got 4 tickets for you for Wait Until Dark.
Okay, thanks so much.
You're going to love it.
I can't wait. I'll scream. All right.
Thank you much. Well, thanks for having us, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.